Hello. We're going to the burn. We're still in the post Stormblood content. However, we're rolling into the Shadowbringers content too. Like, getting hyped for Shadowbringers here. Did I skip ahead a little bit? It's gonna... There we go. Okay.
Make ready, friends! We are come to the burn!
Traveling in basically uncharted spaces. Okay. So, I'm a tank. I noticed that there's some people who are probably gonna go ahead. I get kind of lost. It's fine. Teamwork. Okay, you go down this way. Okay, it's kind of difficult to see where we're going. Also, when I record stuff, my recording thing's over here, so I can't see the minimap. I gotta adjust that. But anyway, so I grabbed the stuff and I'm gonna go along this way, but there are gonna be some rocks that fall down, so you gotta be careful with that. Like see, kind of this little thing looks a little different. There will be rocks falling there, so you don't want to stop. See, there you go, there's a rock, so you can get hit with that. So you want to just continuously move, and then you can park it in this general area, this whole thing, and then you can't go any further. So I bring it all over here. Watch out for these AoEs, but yeah, the rocks will still fall back there. And what I've noticed in this dungeon is hard to kind of move your camera around if you are someone who adjusts your camera a lot, because it will kind of clip into the walls and stuff, so just be aware of that. Yeah. Okay, and we'll notice this rock falls, and so that's the path that we continue down. Okay, so I pick up all these ads here, and then we move again. So you see there are rocks falling here. Gotta watch out for that. There was a rock falling here, so careful. If you're gonna do a big pull, just do, okay, here's a tell that there's stuff gonna fall. There's more rocks falling here. So just pull everything. If you're gonna, you gotta commit to it if you're gonna do a big pull, especially in this one, because you don't want to get stuck getting hit with rocks. Watch out for AoEs here. Okay, some of the rocks turn into enemies too. This little, like, pill bug, the roly-poly, the big roly-poly, the sand shrews. Another rock falls, and then we continue on. Not Uncharted, they have names. The map places have names. Okay, first boss. You'll notice that there are these crystals here. We will need to hide behind them for certain mechanics. Kind of similar to the Garuda fight, where we had to hide behind rocks for some of the wind attacks. Okay, so this is a tank buster, so make sure to mitigate for that. Okay, shard fall. You can see it's kind of radiating out, so this is going to be a raid wide, and you want to stand behind a rock so you don't take that much damage, or any damage really. Okay, and now because the rocks got hit, right? Ah, no, back again, man. Okay. Wait, that skipped ahead too much. Sorry. Okay, here we go. We go hide behind the rock, and as soon as the rocks get hit, they have this AoE on them. Okay, it disappears pretty quickly, but they have an AoE on them, so you want to run out of that, and the rocks are going to disappear. When the boss does dissonance, we have this donut. Well, it's like a stage-wide thing, so it's not really a donut, but like you gotta go inside melee range, so you don't get hit with that. Ooh, looks like FG got hit with something. FG, okay, they were standing behind the rock, but it looks like, oh yeah, okay, they might have been standing too close to the crystal when it exploded. Yeah, they were. Okay, see, so it took half their health. So that's why you don't want to stand in the crystal. And then, okay, so then come into melee range with the hitbox. Good. Okay, and now we have AoEs here, and so we're gonna get more crystal rock things that fall. Careful. They did their back melee, whatever, red mage thing. Okay, that was a tank buster. Oh, we got two jumping people here. A Dragoon and a Red Mage. Okay, so careful of when you're doing your thing that jumps backwards. If you land where an AoE is, you're gonna get hit. Okay? Okay, so for this one, the boss targets a random person and will jump. Oh, this marker's right here. We'll jump towards them, and then they'll target another person and do like a sand attack. What was it called? Hellfire? So it jumps on a random person, targets another person, hailfire. Okay. Hailfire. And then we'll do an attack, and I'm kind of in the way, so it will hit everyone in that line. Okay. Okay, now shard strike. Just spread out. But you don't want to hit one of the crystals, like what I did. Mine was overlapping a little bit. Okay, so, yeah. Because mine was overlapping slightly, it broke this crystal. See? Okay, see, everyone else is like clear of stuff, but because mine is on this thingy, as soon as this thing hits, this crystal rock starts wobbling, and then it's gonna explode. So you don't want to stand in that. Okay, shard fall. So stand behind a rock crystal, so you don't take damage, and then get out of the crystal into the boss's hitbox. Okay, watch out for the new crystal rocks that are falling. Okay, nice. Alright. Now we're getting into deeper areas. I'm gonna grab all this stuff and go up to the wall. Okay, there's a treasure coffer there if you want it. Watch out for these line AoEs. Some of the line AoEs stay for a while. So careful if you're dodging it. Don't go back in too quickly. Alright, moving on. I noticed that someone is still back there, so I kind of wait a little, but I got a little too close, and so all this stuff came towards me. I was like, alright, I'll pick them up anyway. Okay. Oh, one of the players said that their mouse button stopped working, so I have to click everything. Okay, so grab all this, and pop in my stuff. Watch out for a lot of the AoEs here. Okay, this is a big circle AoE, and really I could have pulled all this in this room more. There's a bit more space to dodge things. But having it kind of in this hallway streamlines like where you can go. Like you're either gonna go over here or you're gonna go back over here, so yeah. But if you do have more space, it might be better in general to just tank things in the more open space. So other people can have space for stuff. There's treasure here if you want it. Okay. For this next boss, you'll notice that there's fire puddles on the outside. You don't want to stand in those or else you'll get a burn, and that'll do damage over time. There will be some mechanics where you can possibly get pushed into that. Lots of wheels in this expansion. Okay, Aetherochemical Flame, that's going to be a raid wide. Reinforcements require abilities. Okay, so we have someone targeted here. Okay, so the boss is going to attack this person with some sludge stuff, and now there's going to be a puddle there, so you don't want to stand in this. If you stand in this, you'll get a debuff where it'll make you slower. You can't move much, and that's important because this is where we have to dodge things. You'll notice one of these drones, mining drones, has like an electricity whatever malfunctioning thing happening. That's the one you want to look for. Okay, so here, these other ones are like lighting up and stuff, and that's when they're gonna charge across. Okay, so you want to find the one that's broken and doesn't have a light on it, and you stand in that column. I was a little too slow, and so I got hit with stuff. So I got knocked back, I got hit with it, and then I also got burned because I'm inside the fire puddle. But yeah, so that's how that works. Okay? And if you were standing in this green thing at all, then you'd run slowly, and so then you likely wouldn't make it to the safe spot. Back to regular business. Tank Buster. Okay, so now this deploying thingy is these other wheel things. These are gonna go across the stage, so they're line AoEs, so just don't stand in front of them. Just move off to the side. I moved just a little, and I'm like, yeah, it's fine. I was trying to move the boss a little bit so the Dragoon can still access the positionals and stuff. Okay, Aetherochemical Flame. Raid Blade. Tank Buster. target. We're gonna get the green sludge thingy. Oh, but we took care of the boss. And that's it. The mechanics will just repeat after that. Okay, keep going. Wow, big desert. Okay, we slide down this thing, but you know, notice that there's an enemy over here. If you don't, if you're just looking forward and you don't pick that one up, it's probably gonna attack one of your party members. Also, there's a treasure here. Okay, like if you're just facing this way, if you're just facing this way, then you don't get this one. Then it can, yeah. Okay, so I grab all this stuff. There was also this big enemy that came up from the sand. And I'm gonna go to these really big worms. There's like this ledge thing here. So even though I see these worms over here, you can't go past this. So you can just stay here to take down these groups. The tricky thing though is like there's like all this environment here, so it can kind of make it difficult. And also one of these worms has a really, I don't know if it's a worm or what, whichever one of these, but they got a really big AoE, so you gotta get out of that. I stayed because I popped my invuln and I kind of wanted to proc that, but yeah. Okay, lots of AoEs here and lots of, like I said, environment. So if you're someone who moves your camera a lot, you're gonna get kind of clustered with stuff. So it might be better to stay back there in this open space, just for mobility and camera stuff. See, I was trying to just like turn my camera a little and I like zoomed in on all this stuff. But yeah, anyway, okay, so now this breaks and now we can go grab these other ones. You'll notice these little thingies there. So when I go grab this flying thing, we got things jumping out of the sand. Okay. Watch out for this huge AoE. Yeah, it's coming from this giga worm. I'm not sure if you can stun it. I didn't try. It looks like they're getting stunned from the healer's holy attack. So perhaps you can. But yeah, watch out for all the AoEs and stuff. Oh, yeah. I think somebody did stun it. This one was doing the big AoE. And yeah, it went off because I think the Dragoon probably stunned it or something, because the AoE went away really quickly and we didn't take damage from that. Or, no, my bad, it just died, that's why. It died. Right. Field Gigaworm. Yeah, okay, here we go. It's doing, the big AoE is Trembler here, and actually, yeah, it just, yeah. Veto that, I'm not sure if the stun will work, but maybe. I mean, you could try, but destroying the worm definitely makes it stop doing that. Okay, treasure here if you want it, and then we're gonna go up this way. This next phase is going to be a bit of a doozy. Dragon. Okay, so I'm gonna grab the dragon and turn it around per usual. And it's gonna do some front auto attack. Okay, Rhyme Breathe, we've seen this before. It's a raid wide. Other dragons do this move. Okay, so here I have a target marker on me. So it's gonna throw some ice stuff at me, okay, and give me frostbite. And then this puddle stays here, so you don't want to stand in that puzzle. So when you leave the thing, you can lose your frostbite, or the healer Asuna the frostbite for me. Let me see. Maybe I might have had two. When you get hit with it, you get frostbite, and then when you stand in it, you get another frostbite. Okay, see? So the first one I got because I was the one that was targeted and I got hit, and then the second one I got because I was standing in the puddle for a little too long. So this is the first one, and the second one. You'll notice here that this first frostbite looks a little different than the second one. It has this white bar above it. You see the white bar? If you see a debuff have a white bar over it, you can even see it here in the actual party list. The white bar means you can use Asuna on it, okay? Asuna. So it dispels or gets rid of the debuff. So you'll notice the healer is using Asuna to... Okay, so they got rid of the first frostbite for me. And then... oh, no. My bad. When I get out of the puddle, okay, so this is the first one. It's the one you can Asuna. Okay, and then I stand in it for a little too long, so I got the second one. But as soon as I leave the puddle, as soon as I get out of the puddle, I lose that other frostbite, but I still have this one from being hit with a thing. And so this is the one that the healer can use Asuna on, because it has the white bar. Okay, and they do that. They get rid of it for me. Okay. Now, this next move, after this, Fog Plume. We're gonna get this star thing, and it drops underneath a random person. It happened to drop underneath me. So I'm getting all the things, okay? So it happens pretty quickly. I run out of this, and then Fog Plume happens, and I'm running to position myself, and then this drops. Okay, so you'll notice this star configuration, and you'll also notice this. Okay, you can consider these the line AoEs, and so I try to stand between them. Okay, this is gonna be chaotic. The little star thingy turns into these line AoEs. Okay, so how you can handle this? I'm kind of running around a lot, but basically I noticed that, okay, this line is going here and here, and then this line is going here and here, so the line area is probably like this. And then because this line area was like this and like this, I will likely have a safe spot right here. And so I'm kind of like, okay, I can have this small triangle as my safe spot because I also don't want to get back into this ice thing. Right? And then if you're over here, you might see, oh, this thing's going like this, and then this one's going like this, so I want to stand in this area. Okay? When this disappears, you kind of want to stand still. I just kept moving though, because I was moving boss. And then I went back to the safe square. Okay? Triangle. See? See, this little triangle is my safe spot, and then yeah, over here is the safe spot. One more time. When you drop this thingy, it might be confusing if you look at just these, and you might think that the safe spot's just directly here, which it kind of is. Okay. This whole thing is gonna shoot this way, but these lines actually show how wide it's gonna be. Okay. Like this, like this. Alrighty. So it took a while for me to understand how this thingy works. But definitely just noticing these little angles helps a lot on there. Okay, like this one too. To know that, okay, this is, if I just stand near there and it gets wider, it'll be okay. Alright. So now, let's see, vaporize. What's going on here? The dragon disappears, dissolves into mist. And then we got these, we're gonna have 3 ads that pop up. Okay, we got this one, and there's one over there. So we need to take care of the ads. As we're taking care of the ads, the dragon is doing cold fog. And you'll notice that this AoE slowly starts getting bigger and bigger. So we need to take care of the ads so that this, okay, see, area of influence up. As time passes, the area of influence will continue increasing. So we need to take care of the ads so that the area of thingy doesn't take over the entire stage. We saw this mechanic in that one Kefka fight, I think, in one of the dungeons. But yeah, okay, so as soon as we take care of all the ads, the AoE stops getting bigger. However, the boss is still casting cold fog, okay? And when the boss is in the center here, you don't want to attack it or else you're gonna get frozen. And so I attack it, and then now I have deep freeze. Okay, and then also you'll see here, this person over here, this BD, okay, FG, I see their little arrow thing. That means they also attacked it, and so they also get deep freeze. Okay, so you don't want to attack the dragon when it's in the middle of the thing doing its cold fog thing. Okay, because we are inside the rocks, it's similar to getting turned into other rocks. Like, you can attack this thing so that I can get out of the rock faster, or you just wait for the deep freeze to stop. I think it's like 10 seconds. Yeah, it's 10 seconds, okay? So, yeah, get turned into a rock. See, FG is also getting turned into rock back there. But mine goes off first, I attacked it first. But here you'll notice that BD has this blue marker on them. Okay? So what happens then is the dragon turns around and is going to shoot this thingy. Okay? Similar to the very first mechanic where I got hit with a thing. If you get hit with it, you get frostbite. See, both of them got frostbite. FG happened to be back there as a rock. And you'll notice they take a lot of damage here. But this has a white bar over it, and so healers, you can Asuna that for them. Okay? And you don't want to stand in this or else you'll get that extra frostbite. Okay, now it's my turn. I get the target marker. And this is going to be a cleave on me. Okay. And I get the frostbite now, because I got hit with it. And there we go, I try to move. I'm standing here because I noticed that the Dragoon's back there, and I'm like, if he is still able to attack, then I'm just going to leave the boss here. Because there's all this ice here. Okay. And I don't want the Dragoon to have to run across and get frostbite. So I leave the boss here. Even though it's kind of a like funky configuration. I'm doing this so that the Dragoons can still attack from where they're standing. And then everyone else's range anyway. Okay, Fog Plume now. So 2 people this time gets this thing. Okay, and so I'm in a kind of tricky position. I'm like, I don't want to get too close to the ice thing, but I also don't want to move the boss. And then this is kind of hard to figure out what's going to happen. So I just YOLO, so I try to move to one place. So I do get hit with it, and I get a vulnerability up, and I also get a deep freeze. And so this thing here, when it drops, you can potentially get hit, and then after that is when it does the AoE. Okay, so because I didn't actually get out of this drop, I got hit for the first hit, I got vulnerability up and my deep freeze, and then the AoEs come out. And so here, clearly, I'm gonna get hit with this because it overlaps and stuff. So the Dragoon is standing in this little corner. Yeah, that's good placement for them. Alright. And then they moved back a little bit. Okay, now, because I got hit with that again, I got another vulnerability up and another deep freeze. I got 3 stacks now. Yeah. So now I'm stuck in the rock. The boss is still parked here, so the Dragoon's doing fine. And this one, you can't dispel it. You got it there. Okay, Rhyme, Breathe. Raid Wide. Oh, did I have it over that? Deep Freeze. In case of nice, preventing action and delaying damage and dealing damage over time. Yeah, see, I'm stuck and I'm getting damaged. Okay, so that was the raid wide, and now I'm moving the boss because those ice things disappeared. So I'm repositioning the boss to the middle. Okay, Deep Fog. Everything is gonna get foggy, and we all get this dropsy on us. You can't remove that. Oh, here. Sustaining water damage over time. Okay. Because we're in this fog thing. Okay, now, tricky thing here is when the dragon disappears, there's going to be this huge AoE in the center of the stage. It can be this way, it can be this way, or like whatever. You need to get out of that. See, I kind of like turn my camera and I'm like, oh, the dragon's over here. So it's gonna go like that. So FG is trying to get out, but they got hit with it. So that means they got a deep freeze and another vuln stack. Not another, this is the first one. I'm the one that has 3 right now. So they get turned into a rock, and I go towards it and I try to get them out of there quickly, because immediately after, the dragon is gonna do another one, and you need to react pretty quickly. Unfortunately, most of us did not, so we all got deep frozen and some bone stacks. I got 4. Okay, so here we go. Now we got a proximity marker, okay? So you want to run away from this, but if you're in the rocks, you can't. So the healer is running away to save themselves. That's fine. That's totally understandable. Because here, the dragon slaps down, touchdown, and as you can see, we all take a lot of damage in there. Tank privilege. I got 4 stacks, but I also got a lot of health because I'm a tank. Unfortunately, the red mage died because they had a bone stack, and then the dragoon is still alive, but they took a lot of damage. Okay, so I'm like, all right, I'm just gonna focus. Okay, Rhyme Breathe. Okay, we got raid wide, so we're gonna reprisal, and then I popped some more mitigation for myself. Another Rhyme Breathe, so another raid wide. I'm popping almost all my mitigation out now so that the healer can focus on healing and raising people. And we're also near the end of the fight, so Yeah. Yeah, that was a lot. That one was a whole thing. The first time I did it, definitely wiped. Because everybody just got frozen and then we all got landed on and it was just chaotic. Basically every time I've run this, it's been kind of a mess because it's tricky business. Yeah, okay. I hope that was knowledgeable. And I hope you enjoyed the story. Okay, goodbye.